Hello, today I just want to take some time explain to some of you that may be doing car hire for rental. So if there are a lot of renters websites to kind of like hustle business, something to make some money on the side. There are a whole bunch of them. There is a Turo, there is car hire, something like that. But I was doing Turo. For those of you that may not be familiar with Turo, I'm just going to do it like a minute introduction of what Turo is. Turo is like a car riding share or website. It's very similar to Uber. The only difference is that somebody's not driving it. You kind of like car rental service, but you're renting from an individual, so you can rent a whole bunch of cars, individual cars from individual. So you rent the car from them, you pick up the car either from their house, or you may have a designated area where you meet. When I was doing it, I do go to the airport. I charge extra to deliver the car to the renter at the airport. Sometimes I take it to their house and I just take Uber home. I've delivered my car as far as 2 hours away in Richmond. So one guy rented the car for like 3 weeks. So I delivered the car to him in Richmond. So after three weeks, went back to him, pick up my car and came back home. So it's like that. So the way the payment works, how you get paid on Turo, they have 3 tiers, 3 plans. So one is 90 10%, one is 85 15, and one is 75 25. So I choose the 75 25 option, meaning that I keep 75% and Turo keep 25%. And because I choose to give them more, I choose to give them 25%. So they take care of the insurance on the car. I didn't have to worry about whatever happened to my car. They take care of it. So if you do 10%, like that is, you are giving Turo 10%, and you keeping the larger portion of your 90%, you on your own as far as insurance is concerned. So if something happened, you're gonna be responsible, or you're gonna have to go through your insurance, which is a problem because in the first instance, most people don't tell their insurance that they are using the car for that kind of service. So a lot of people are very greedy. So as a result, most people that I know on that platform, they do 75-25, which is very safe. If you do 85% 15, that is, you keep 85, Turo keep 15, they will partially cover some things. But again, the most part, if something major happens, you are responsible. So the safer option is to do 75-25. So, and if the renter, if they deliver the car late, or they come late to pick up the car, you can charge extra. You can also charge for if they don't fill the gas, if they don't put the gas where when they took the car, you can charge them. If they smoke in the car, you can complain and Turo will reimburse you. So there are a lot of ways to make extra money. If your car is dirty, if they didn't clean the car the way you gave it to them, you can charge extra. So all those things, those are good. But the main reason why I want to do this video is exactly, I've had small incidents, small things that happen. Turo took care of me. They're very good, and I'm not doing this video to to praise them or anything like that. I just want to share my experience. So if you want to do it, you need to watch this video to the end and learn 1 or 2 things from my experience. So this is my car that I listed on the site. When I bought the car, I bought the car for myself, for my personal use, and then I came to find out about Turo, and I'm like, oh, this is a good way to make money. So I tried it. So I tried it, being that it's an expensive car. Everybody want to ride this kind of car. So I do get renters very often, at least once a week. So mostly people will rent this car to take their wife to their anniversary, special date, or grandma birthday, things like that. So or some dignitary, when they come out of town, they rent this car for me. This was not the first car that I put there, so it was 2013 S550. Then I sold that one and I bought this one. So, but all that was good until something that I would say unthinkable happened in America. What happened was I was renting the car, everything was good, keeping up with the rentals and all that, constantly cleaning the car, washing the car every weekend. So even my son get into the habit of cleaning the car with me, so I do give him some tokens every time he helps me to wash the car. So one day, and I do have, you can set your own rule when you are renting car. You can say you don't want to rent to anybody that is under 25, or you cannot discriminate on sex, male or female, but you can say by age you don't want to rent your car to under 25, which has pretty much be what I've been doing. Usually anybody that send me an alert they want to rent the car, if they're under 30, I don't rent the car to them. I just believe they are risk taker. So, and I have a lot of experience in that area, so I don't want to go into, that's not the purpose of this video. So anyhow, so this guy came, his name is Lavelle Nathaniel. So I'm showing his driver license on the screen, but I'm gonna blur his address and everything. So he came, he's very young, 24 years old. So he came, he said he wanted to rent the car for 1 week. I was kind of, didn't want to rent the car to him. I was kind of like, breaking my own rule. So, but at some point I said, okay, you know what? Let me give him a chance. He seems like a nice guy, very polite. Here had the text that him and I exchanged. So he told me that he has a Benz too. That kind of cooled me down a little bit. He said his car is being worked on. He said he has 550 wagon. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm gonna rent the car to you. He said, thank you. So it seems like a nice guy and everything. So he came to the house. He looked at the car. We went through the protocol of what you need to check the car. I checked the car, take pictures. He took pictures. So everything was okay. I gave him the key. Behold, that was the last time I saw my car. Anyway, he drove the car. Everything was fine. 2 days after he took the car, I have a tracking device on the car, but I unfortunately, that was the week that I deactivated that device, because I was like, I don't use it, because what's the point of paying Mercedes-Benz for something I'm not using? So I deactivated the device. So, but anyway, I took the car. 3 days after I took the car, from nowhere, around 9 p.m. So a police officer called me. I didn't recognize the number. I picked up the number. I was like, hello. So the officer said, are you so and so? I said, yes. He said that this dude here is telling me that he rents your car and the car was just stolen. I'm like, excuse me? So I thought I was dreaming. He said, yeah, I'm just letting you know that, your car was just stolen. And I'm like, okay. So he said, I'm just calling you to let you know I've given him the report number, the case number and everything. You guys gonna have to sort it out and go through your insurance or whatever you have to go through. So that was how the case began. I'm like, okay. So the officer handed over the phone to him and I'm like, what happened? So he told me he was buying gas. He was parked at a gas station, and he was getting gas. He left the key. I mean, the car is auto start, so the key just needs to be around you. So he said he left the key inside the car. Even if the car is not with you, if the engine is running, you can still drive the car until you cut off the engine. So he said he went inside to get to buy something in a convenient store at the gas station, and somebody jumped in the car and they drove away. So I said, okay. So he told me the gas station, the name of the gas station, as you can see on the screen, this is the gas station. So I went to the gas station the following day. So this was really planned very well, because when I got to the gas station, it looked like the gas station is on the highway, like next to the highway. So it's very easy, according to what he told me, for somebody to just jump in the car and just merge on the highway and just drive away. Perfect sense. Okay, no problem. So I said, okay. So I wasn't panicking anything, because that's why you should not be greedy when you are doing this business, or if you call it business. So I called Turo and I told them what happened, and then Turo said, well, they're going to launch an investigation. I have to wait 30 days. Normally, when your car is stolen, you have to wait 30 days. If they find the car within 30 days, they'll give the car to you. If it needs fixing, they'll fix it. If after 30 days, you even if they find the car after 30 days, you can say you don't want the car anymore, that you want the insurance to pay you for the car. So I waited 30 days. 30 days passed, and they couldn't find the car. So meanwhile, of course, I financed the car. I pay a lot of money every month, to finance the car. But Turo was good. They were really good. They were paying my car note for 3 months while all this was going on. They kept paying my car, and they were also giving me rental money to rent a car to drive, to have a car to drive. So they give me enough money. I still have about $300 credit in my account. So they keep putting money in my account to rent any car that I want. So they did very well. So on that part, I give them credit. So while they are doing their investigation, the head of the security guy at Turo, he was a former police officer. So he took it upon himself to investigate this guy fully. In the course of their investigation, they discovered that this guy, he rented the car with a stolen credit card. So he, through investigative thing that he did, he went to the the bank, the credit card company. They gave him the name of the actual owner of the card. So he called the actual owner of the card. The woman said he has never rented on car on Turo before. He didn't even know what Turo is. So that was where the guy know what was going on. So of course, they wanted to, if your car is stolen in this country, the general rule is that they want to make sure that you're not the one playing prank, that maybe you stole your own car and you're trying to make quick bucks, or you don't like the car anymore, you cannot pay your car note, you're just trying to be play something funny. So the guy asked me that. I said, look, I pay my car note. I'm very comfortable with the car. I've been using the car before I put it on Turo. I show him my bank account that, I pay my monthly payment. I never miss any payment. So it was okay with me. It was cool. So I went to the police station. I made, police report, telling them what happened and all that. So he put everything together. So my own insurance wasn't involved. So I went through Turo Insurance. So I was working with the Turo Insurance lady, and we went through everything. Then at that point, after 30 days, they couldn't find the car. So they now discovered that, okay, what, this car is gone. So at that point, they changed the claim from theft to total loss, meaning that they have to pay me for the car. They have to consider that the car cannot be recovered. They have to pay me for the car. So we went back and forth. They offered me, certain amount of money for the car. I rejected it because I told them, I said, my car worth more than that. When I buy cars, I try to buy special features to make the car more sellable, more value when I wanted to sell the car back. So I told them, I said, you cannot just compare the car with the same in the market. You have to put this extra, extra features on the car. The value of the car was agreed to. So at the end of the day, they cut the check and they offer me what is fair. So they send the difference to the bank, and they send the value, what I owe, to the bank. They send it to them and they pay me the difference. So I was okay. Everything was fine. But the point of doing this video is to, number one, to educate. If you have your car, if you're renting your car on Turo or any other car ride services, you need to be very, very careful. I think there are some organized crime, some organized people that are stealing cars. They're targeting certain cars. So, and in my experience, in this particular experience, what happened to me when I was dealing with the insurance lady, she asked me, she said, "You're in Maryland?" I said, "Yes." She said, "This month, this is the second Benz that was stolen in Maryland." So she kind of like, okay, she's put two and two together that maybe some people, they are targeting people with a specific car and they're stealing their car. Look, it's even though we have technology, we have to track car, to do everything. You can take your car, take it to a chop shop, dismantle the car, engine will go to Japan, transmission will go to another country, doors will go somewhere else. There's no way you can find the car with VIN number and everything. Maybe that's what they are doing. But also, as much as I want to give credit to Turo, the whole experience was they were with me. I mean, they gave me car rental, like I said. They took care of me. They pay my car notes. They were very responsive. Everything was fine. But the problem that I see with them is they are very greedy. They were very greedy, and this guy, Lave guy, he took advantage of their greediness, and this is what happened. When this guy rented the car from them, he paid from the stolen credit card. Remember, he paid almost $4,000 to rent the car for a week. $4,000 to rent the car for a week. From that $4,000, I only made $1,250. That was what was paid to me for that 1 week rental, $1,250. So Turo kept $2,750 from that rental period. So what happened was they charge him for the 1 week of rental, which is like $250 per day. They charge him for that, and also they also charge him for being an underage, not underage to drive, but underage to in terms of insurance. Once you are under 25, your insurance is generally very high. But so they charge him extra for renting the car under 25. They charge him that. He also took special insurance because he knew what he was going to do. So he took special insurance on the car. So by the time they added everything, $250 per day, extra insurance, underage, everything they charged him, he paid it from a stolen credit card. So to me, that should have been a red flag to Turo that this guy is up to something. But when I was talking with the security guy, head of security guard Turo, he said we need to change our policy and to make sure that this never happened again. So since then, I don't know. I've not rented any car on Turo. I've not replaced the car. I still have cars. I'm thinking whether I should go back there or not. But again, my advice to you, if you are renting car on Turo, don't try to cut corner on the insurance, because make sure you have even if you're only going to keep 65%, and they keep 35%, make sure that they cover your car 100%. So in terms of insurance, that's number one. Number two, make sure that, of course, you can't tell your insurance, because if you tell your insurance that you're using car rider service, they're going to jack your rental up. They might even drop you. So, but above all, don't be greedy. And if somebody comes to your house to rent your car, or you go to somebody's house to deliver a car, use your instinct. If your first instinct said, I don't want to rent to this guy, just back off. Your instinct may be right. So again, Turo is a good service. You can make extra money, but it's been saturated now with so many cars, a lot of Teslas. You can rent Ferrari, Lamborghini, any car, $1,000 a day if you want to treat yourself and all that. But be sure that once you get into the category of certain cars that are very expensive, you need to be very careful. If you try to be greedy, you want to keep most of the money. Turo will let you keep most of the money. For example, they will let you keep 90% of whatever you charge on a daily rate, but knowing that some people may target your car, the rental person will pay anything Turo charge them. I mean, in my experience now, the whole total rental was $4,000, and they stole a car of $50,000. That was the value of the car at that time. So they know what they are doing. So it's like, you know, small investment to small theft investment to make larger money. So again, I've been meaning to do this video for a long time, but I haven't had time to do it. But I hope this experience, you know, helps someone, and hopefully when you're trying to make extra bucks on the side, you also know that it comes with a risk. So that has been my experience. Hopefully this video helps someone, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you. Have a good day.